I mean, we have, everything is there in Krishna consciousness. We have Tattva, we have Lila. So Lila is based on the foundation of Tattva. We answer questions on Tattva, Guru Tattva, Nam Tattva, all these things. But that's the rice and dal. But no meal is complete without a sweet. So we have rice and dal, that's nice. But we need some kheer and some rabri and some burfi also. So the kheer, rabri, and burfi, that's Lila. So to hear about Lila. The devotee is asking a question about Madhamangal. First of all, Madhamangal is his Jana name. He was born in holy Dham of Ujjain, one of the 4 places of the Kumbh Mela, Ujjain. And he's the son of Sandipani Muni. Mother's name slips my name, but his mother's name is Purnamasi. So somehow or other, he has his manifestation there, and then he also is manifested here. Just like Hanuman. Hanuman is in the spiritual world in Ayodhya Loka. Hanuman is also in India in a place called Ayodhya. Hanuman is also in Kimpurusha Loka. There's a whole Loka. There's a whole area, Kimpurush. Purush means man, and Kim means what kind? Purush means man or human being. So when we say Kimpurusha, Kim means, like we say, Kinkari or Mandri or Paricharani or Anucharani. This means Radharani's loyal, trusted maidservant, her Padadasi, her Nija Padadasi of Radharani. So we say this Kinkari. So Kinkari means Kim Karom Mi. Kim Kara Ami. Kim Kara Ami. Kara means do, Ami means I, and Kim means what? What can I do? Oh Devi, oh Saki, what can I do? What service can I do? How can I please you? This is Kim Karomi. And then it becomes Kinkar, which means a male servant, or Kinkari, which is a female servant. So this Madhamangal, so Kimpurusha, I was saying, Madhamangal is different expansions. So Kimpurusha means that Hanuman lives on a planet called Kimpurusha, and that's all monkeys are there. But they're monkeys that speak Sanskrit. There are monkeys that can read and write, and they read and write in Sanskrit, and they speak Sanskrit. Not like the monkeys in Vrindavan. Little different. But when you see them, that's why when you see Hanuman, you're thinking, is this a monkey or this is a human being? Because monkeys usually crawling, but Hanuman walks on 2 legs. But he also can climb trees. He can also do like monkeys too, jump, fly, all these things. So that's why, Kim Purusha means, what kind of person is this? This is a different type, So he has these expansions. So Madhamangal is all these different places. And so Madhamangal, he assisted the universal Brahman. They found this Brahman he's the universal Brahman. He's actually the Para Brahman. But they found this one Brahman. They couldn't find any Brahmins, but they found one Brahman from Mathura. His name was Sharma, but his first name was Vishwa. Vishwa means universe. So he's a universal Brahman, Vishwa Sharma. So somehow, Madhamangal and Vishwa Sharma, they went to Suryakund to do puja on behalf of Radharani. And Radharani was a Jajaman, and the Purohit was Vishwa Sharma. Who is Vishwa Sharma? Vishwa Sharma is Vishwanath. It's the Lord of the whole universe. And that's Krishna. Krishna, disguised. So, Madhamangal, during that puja, he's chanting all these bogus mantras. And when it says there in the Govinda Lilamrita, he's chanting all these bogus mantras. So all upside down, back. The verb is on one side, and the noun is on the other side. The grammar is all upside down. Om swasti, this, that, and they're all village girls. And they don't know, what is this hocus pocus? What is this hocus pocus? Yeah. So he's chanting all these bogus mantras. And when I read that in Govinda Lilamrita, and I thought, well, it reminds me of the pandas at Radhakund. Because the people are holding the flower petals, they say, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Taj. This must be some very highfalutin, very complicated, very rare puja mantras from the Rig Veda that these pundits are using here for this Tirtha Yagya. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Taj. Okay, Apko Gotra Apko Kya Gotra means your family. Aj Shukla Paksha, Aj, what is it? Chaitra Maina, Krishna Paksha, Dvitiya. Everyone's like, wow, this is really fancy. This is really fancy mantras he's saying. What is he saying? He's Kshetra Brajman, Radhakundame. And all he's saying is we should honor the Brahmins and the cows. And today is March 10th, 2016, and we're in India, in Vrindavan. And that English sentence becomes a big mantra, becomes a big puja mantra. So this reminds me. So Madhamangal is uttering all these mantras, and then Krishna, telling Krishna, and then supervising the puja, and then finally Jatila is very happy with the puja because it all sounds, whatever it is, it sounds good, sounds official, although it's all bogus concocted mantras. Like one mantra says, do you accept? Radharani has to chant Gopati, 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 Sarvamati, Gopati Sarvamati, Gopati Sarvamati. So Sarva means all, everything, and Pati means Lord or husband, and Go means many things. Go means land. Go means cow. So Gopati iti Sarvam. So Radharani Madhamangal is saying these mantras. So Gopati Sarva means it's a name for the sun planet. It's because they're worshiping Suryadev. So all the mantras, you have Ishta or your Sadhya, your Upasya. Your Upasya means your object of worship, your goal, your object of worship. And we're doing sadhana, and we're the Upasaka. And so here we have Ishta. The Ishta is Suryadev. He's the Devata puja. Then the mantras. So there are mantras to worship the Ishta. We chant Gopa mantra and Kam Gayatri to attain Radha and Krishna Yugal in the Madhurya Lila and Braj. So this is the conception we receive of the Gopa mantra, and automatically Kam Gayatri is Madhurya Bhakti, Madhurya Rati. Because Kamadev is Ananga, and Ananga is Krishna. Ananga Amritam, Ananga Jivam. It says in Radharasa Nidhi. Anga Amritam, Ananga Jivam. Very nice, very beautiful. Anga Amritam. Radharani, your limbs are made of nectar. Your limb, Amrita. Amrita means nectar. Anga means parts, limbs. Amritam Angam, Ananga Jivam. Your nectarine body, your nectarine limbs give life to Cupid. Jiva means life, and Ananga means Krishna, which we have in our Kam Gayatri. Tano Nanga, Ananga. So Ananga is all about Radha and Krishna's amorous pleasures. So someone gets Kam Gayatri and their Stairati is Sakya Ras, and they shouldn't chant. There's no purpose. This mantra is not for the Ishta and Sakya Ras. Gopal mantra has some type of universal application. You can chant Gopal mantra and draw the mantra art. The meaning of the mantra can take you to Radha and Krishna, Madhurya. Or you can take the meaning to be Sakya Ras or Vatsalya Ras. That's there. And the Gopal mantra, possibilities. But in Kam Gayatri, there's no other interpretation. We twist it out. It says 2 times in that mantra, it says Kamdev and Ananga. It says in the Kam Gayatri, Kamdev, the Lord of amorous lust, Kamdev and Ananga. Ananga means losing your consciousness. You're experiencing so much ecstatic, transcendental madness of bliss in the loving exchanges with Radha and Krishna, you become Ananga. You swoon in ecstasy, you faint. Anga means, an means without your anga. You're unconscious. So this is Kam Gayatri. So Krishna's that way. He's an autocrat. This is the meaning of being a transcendental autocrat. He's a dictator. He's really a spiritual dictator. If someone's a dictator, they say, listen, this is my kingdom. Everything goes according to what I want. Oh, but what about us? Hey, out. Either your head's off or you're out of here. So Krishna's like this. He's such a dictator. He's so demanding. You have to become an absolute spiritual slave. Because actually, when you analyze it, there's only two choices. Either you're a slave to your senses, or you can be a slave to Krishna. You can be Krishna's slave or a slave to your senses. Slave to the genitals, slave to the eyes, ears, nose, skin, touch. It's all slavery. We are the soul is a slave. The soul is a serving unit. The Atma is a unit of service. Service means slavery. Oh, I'm independent. I want my freedom. I want my independence. Acha. Where's the independence? No one has ever been independent. No one has ever been free. I don't want to surrender to Krishna. I want my freedom. Free to be a slave to your body. Free to be a slave to your senses. What's his freedom? Is a slave free? And free the slaves. Abe Lincoln, and free the slaves. The slave he's owned by the master, and he's controlled by the master, and he does what the master says. That's a slave, right? He's owned by the master, he's controlled by the master, and he does whatever the master says. Is it right? So the Atma, entrapped in the material body, is a slave. He does whatever the body says, he's controlled by the body, and he serves the body day and night. So we're a slave of the senses and body. And then someone says, well, why don't you be a slave? And then what do you get from that slavery? You don't get much pay. You get a happiness? Oh, a drop. And you get old age, disease, and death. That's the result of your slavery. But Krishna says, hey, come be my slave. I'm a compassionate dictator. Your body is not a compassionate dictator. Your body is a mean dictator. Krishna is also a dictator. So we can be Krishna's slave and be under his dictation, but he's compassionate. He's a sweet dictator. And the body is a sour dictator. Is that right? You have to gradually realize this. Saying is okay, but becoming enslaved by Krishna. Krishna, do you want to know what bhakti means in a nutshell? Krishna, whatever you want, that's what I want. And nothing more and nothing less. This is bhakti. It's easy to write down. Very, very easy to write down. Write it on your forehead, right on the back of your palm with it. What is bhakti?
My t-shirt was open.
Bhakti means, what is it?
Whatever Krishna you want.
Bhakti means to fully accept and embrace the principle. Krishna, whatever you want, that's what I want. Nothing less and nothing more. But as soon as but I want, then it's mixed up. But Krishna just can I have a little? No, don't. There's a dictator. The slave says, "Oh master, can I have just one day off?" No. This is frightening proposal. But the thing is that the slavery of Krishna, becoming Krishna's slave, is so frightening. But at the same time, we're completely entrenched in the slavery of our body and mind and senses, 24 hours a day. Now sleep, now eat, now do this, now fight, now defend, now argue, now do this. Oh, you're rubber, now rubber. It's God, we're just slaving. The soul is just being whipped. The soul is being whipped, literally whipped by the senses. The senses are whipping us. Think like this, act like this, speak like this. Oh, she said this. Well, I'll do that. You do this to me, I'll do that to you. You cut me, I'll cut you. This, that, other thing. And there's no sweetness. It's always pinching. But Krishna's slavery is poison in the beginning and nectar in the end. Krishna's telling the Gita. When one comes in the path of yoga, especially bhakti yoga, it's poison in the beginning, nectar in the end.
Ashlishyava paratam panashtamam adarshanam mamatam korotuva yata tata va vidadantu lampato mat prananatas susa eva naparaha. Oh, Gopinath, oh, Vrindavan Nath, I don't know anyone else. You are my Lord. You're the Lord of my pran. Mat prananatas, not mat prananath. You're my prananath. Tusa eva naparaha. Aparaha, naparaha, aparayam. There's nobody else. And as I move closer to you, as I get to know you, I find out that you are actually very, very sweet and compassionate dictator. One of the best. One of the best dictators I've ever met. Because you're not an autocrat, you're a transcendental autocrat. And that's the difference between you and every other dictator in this world, including my body and senses.
So now, after the puja, Jatila is very happy, so she offered a reward to Vishwasharma. So many sweets. And then she took one gold ring from her finger and one gold ring from... She said, oh, I'm so pleased, I'll give you this gold ring. And she said, Radharani, you also give one ring. So then Radharani gave one gold ring, because there was going to be offered to Krishna. So then Jatila said, oh, Purohit, oh, Vishwasharmaji, oh, Shri Vishwasharmaji, please accept this dakshina. No, and it's from our side, for your wonderful puja. And then Vishwasharma, Sri Krishna, very humbly said, oh, no, please, Ma, don't mind, but I cannot accept charity from lower classes. I'm a pakka. I'm P-U-K-K-A. I am pakka Brahmin. So I can only take dan or dakshina from higher classes, and you, please don't mind. But you are from the Abhira class. Vaishya is one thing, but Abhira is another thing, because Abhira is the lowest level of a Vaishya. Vaishyas deal in gold. Vaishnavas deal in merchandise. Vaishyas. Vaishyas deal in gold. Vaishyas deal in merchandise. Vaishyas, they own vast acres of land, and they have so many thousands of people working for them, the Kisanwalas, the farmers. That's the Vaishya. But this Krishna doesn't own any land. He doesn't grow any crops. All he does is toot, 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 toot. He just plays this little flute, and he runs behind the cows all day. And he gets a little milk and cream and yogurt and makes ghee, and that's how they get on. That's how they get by. So he's called Abhira. So it's in the Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Krishna's from the Abhira Kul. Abhira Kul means the family of Abhira. They're what we call in English nomads. Nomads means they wander here and there, like the Rajasthanis. Sometimes they come into town with thousands and thousands of sheep and a little bullock, little cart. Then they park it somewhere. And actually their system, maybe you don't know, we call gypsies. Gypsies, nomads. They don't have any fixed home. They just move with their animals. They're pasturing people. That's why it's called Braj. It's called Braj. Braj means this is the place where everyone wanders. Braj means to wander, to move. They don't stay in one place. It's not called Puri. We have Madhupuri. Madhupuri. Madhupuri is the name for Mathura. Puri means, or Jagannath Puri, Dwarka Puri. Puri means fixed place, a town, a city. It's called a Puri. This is called Braj. It's not called Brajapur. Sometimes you see in Sanskrit, they may use that in a shloka. Brajapur, very, very rare. Then when Uddhava is glorifying the Braja Gopis in those beautiful prayers, chapter 47 of the 10th canto, is Uddhava Stuti. Many, many prayers. Vande Nanda Brajastrina Padarenam Abhikshnasa Yasam Harid Gatod Gitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. Simple Sanskrit, easy to memorize. Vande Nanda Braj. Vande Nanda Brajastrinam Padarenam Abhikshnasa. Abhikshnash. It's interesting, because Nash, Abhikshnasha. Nash means to destroy, and Abhiksha means not destroyed. Abhikshnash means perpetually. So he's saying, Vande Abhikshnasha. I perpetually means I eternally worship the padarinam, the dust of the street of the women of Nanda Braj. So here Vrindavan is called Nanda Braj. It's not called Brajapuri or whatever. So they're always wandering. They're just wandering around. So now the charity, back to Madhamangal's glories, and a few tangential other points. This is the nature of the stories over here. The thread is there, but there's many side avenues. Krishna said, I am a very high class, I'm a Pakka Brahman, I cannot accept this charity. And then Madhamangal immediately said, well, listen, if he won't take the charity, if he doesn't want those 5 kilos of sweets, I do. And if he doesn't want those gold rings, I got 10 fingers, put them on. I got 6 in this one, I got 4 in this one, I can take 3 more, all the Brahmins always have 20 rings all over the place. This planet, that planet, all the planets, every single planet, Moon and Mercury, and so we got the whole thing covered. And we just say, Radhe, Radhe, Sarva Shakti Mahi Radhe. She has all the power. She's a supreme powerhouse, as the Pandits say. Radharani, supreme powerhouse. This much English they know. So Madhamangal said, please, you give me. So then Chatila, so he gladly and happily took the dakshina, 5 kilos of sweets, and the rings. And the rings, he like all Brahmins do, he had his cheddar, and the rings he put in a corner of his cheddar, like widows, they tie in their sari, some keys or some money. He put in a corner like this, and so those 2 gold rings, and then they go like this. They tie it all up, and just to give it the last, they go like this. If you ever watch a Brahmin, he'll tie the corner like this, and then just, because, gold rings, ta, ta, double locks. Okay, now I'm good, You got it? You understand? So then, so now the 5 kilos of sweets, that's, if you put it on your cheddar, it'll just go, your cheddar will fall off your neck, if you tie it on one end. So the 5 kilos, he puts it where it counts. Right here. So now he's got a big fat belly, plus another big fat belly. He looks like he has twins. Madhamangal looks like he's carrying twins right now. He's like, wow, he's really... So now the puja is over. The puja is over. The spoof is over. Spoof? It's called spoof. Spoof means a joke, the trick. They did a trick on Jatila. The bogus pujaris, the bogus puja. Everything was bogus about the puja, the mantras, the pujari, the procedures, everything. But the thing that was good was the loving exchanges, and the fact that, and the good thing, and the real thing, the thing that was real, not bogus, was that Madhamangal made off with 5 kilos of sweets and 2 gold rings. Everything else was totally lying and bogus and cheating, But that was true. The ladus are true, and the gold rings are true. When Madhamangal and Krishna came back to the cowboys, they were in Gwalpakor. Gwalpakor is right after Kusum Sarovar and before Manasi Ganga. It's just there, maybe you know. You must be knowing Gwalpakor. So he came back to Gwalpakor, and then Balaram said, hey, where are you guys, what is all that big bulge in your stomach? I mean, I know your stomach, but you have your stomach, but there's something else sticking on top of that. It's none of your business, Balaram. No, come on, tell me, we're friends. Come on, don't keep any secrets. Come on, Batu. No, I'm Brahmin. I don't have to speak to you. Hare Maru. What is this now? Now all of a sudden you're a Pakka Brahmin. And Madhamangal was like, I don't care a fig for you. This is Balaram. Balaram's God. He's Balaram. He said, so Balaram, listen, Madhu, Madhu, he said, what is that? We would just tell us what it is. It's sweets I got in Dakshin for my puja at Suryakund. Acha, since when you became a pujari? I didn't think you knew anything except saying, more. You're eating and all you chant is more. The only mantra I ever heard you chant, Madhamangal, was more. Ordeta. Oh, Madhamangal, Mother Yashoda is serving the kheer. Oh, Madhamangal ji, would you, more kheer chahiye? Ha, jada, more. Acha. Okay, listen, Madhu. you have all those sweets, so many you must have. Why don't you open up and divide, and you enjoy, and we'll all enjoy. And then Madhamangal says, no way, and he goes like this. This means you're not getting anywhere. When this body posture means I'm locked. It means I'm locked. I lock because heart is center of emotions. This is also in psychology, body psychology. If someone's attacking you with words or you're getting a hot argument, you go like this. And actually relaxes your chakras. You this, that, And then they walk away, then you go, and you're okay. It's like armor. It's like a Narayan Kavach, by mantras. Narayan Kavach in 6th canto, you chant mantras, or we do nyas. Chant mantras and do nyas, and do mantra Kavacha and nyas Kavacha. So this is also a type of Kavacha. So he says, no, nothing doing. He says, no, come on, we can all. He says, I'm not hungry right now, and I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry right now, I'll eat them later. Come on, Madhu. No, look, I gave you my word, I'm a Brahmin, and I'm not changing my mind. So in Balaram, he says, you sure? And then, no, I'm not giving. So then he says, all right. So then Subal comes. Subal, come on, Batu. Batu's his other name. Just be fair. We have all those sweets. I mean, from the looks of that bulge on your belly, it must be 100, 200 sweets there. We can all have chuck sweets. So then he says, no, forget it. I don't have to even listen to you. I'm just leaving from here. So then Balaram, he signals with his eyes. So one coward boy comes in and knocks up Madhamangal's turban. Another coward boy comes from another side and kicks his stick. He's leaning on a stick, and his stick goes flying. He's on a stick. And he goes, hey, what's going on? Another, he has this chutter, like about 30-meter chutter he wears. It's like 30 meters long. Sometimes he puts it on a turban. Sometimes he goes around. If you've ever seen Rasa lilas, the boys knock off his turban, and I've seen in a Vrindavan. They knock off his turban, and it goes, and they run away with it, and it goes for about 50 feet, and he's going, and they let go. Give me my turban back. So he goes, he puts it on. This is like humor in the Rasa. He goes. He goes like this. He finally gets it on his head, and it's going crazy, And whatever is left, he puts around his neck like this, and it's hang down. Okay, It's very funny when you see in the dramas, the Rasa drama. So then they knock off his turban, they kick out his stick, and then he's going like this. And while he's inattentive, then somebody swooped in and grabbed his sweets and ran away with it. And he goes, hey, what's this? And then while he was yelling, hey, give me you thieves. And then one boy came in and pulled the fold, the trikacha, pulled the front fold off his dhoti. And then another boy came from back and pulled the back one out. And then his dhoti's falling off, and he's yelling, my sweets, give me my sweets. I'll curse you, and my curse is irrevocable. If I cast my shop on you, you'll be in hell forever. I'm complaining to the king, you can't do this. You're stealing the property of a Brahmin. This is Madhamangal. So wherever he goes, humor goes with him. Laughter follows him. So whether you're with him, Madhamangal, or whether you're talking about Madhamangal, whether you remember Madhamangal, you'll feel happy mood. This is Madhamangal. Kinkari or Mandri or Paricharani or Anucharani, this means Radharani's loyal, trusted maidservant, her Padadasi, her Nija Padadasi of Radharani. So we say this Kinkari. So Kinkari means Kim Karomi. Kim Kara Ami. Kim Kara Ami. Kara means do, Ami means I, and Kim means what? What can I do? Oh Devi, oh Saki, what can I do? What service can I do? How can I please you? This is Kim Karomi. And then it becomes Kinkar, which means a male servant, or Kinkari, which is a female servant. Any negative tendency that the jiva has becomes purified and becomes dissolved in the association of sadhusanga. Sadhusanga, sarva shastroi, lavamatra sadhusanga, sarva siddhihoi. There's something invisible about a sadhu. It's called sadhu kripa. Lord Chaitanya describes in CC, sadhu kripa bina. Bina sadhu kripa, So this verse is there. I can't remember. It's in CC, Sadhukripa. The term is there, Sadhukripa. So the sadhu's mercy acts like an invisible way. Like you have some sickness, and they give you some pill, some cold tablet. And you take, gradually fever gone, mucus gone, and then you're back to health. It's just some tablet going on, doing its work. You don't know. So when you're with the sadhu, we have so many bad qualities. Sadadambam hitva kurumam. This is the first verse. So we have this pride, and we have deceit and pride, and all these anarthas, and 18 coverings of the jiva. But when we come to the sadhu, then we serve the sadhu, and we associate and hear from him, then apnayap, all of our kleshas and anarthas are getting invisibly dissolved. Just like the germs and disease that's causing our cold is getting invisibly and unknowingly removed from our physical system. So that's why I say just sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha. And sadhu sangha is not 24 hours a day. It's very rare. There's different kinds of sangha, different levels of sangha. But when you're with the sadhus, you're hearing the Harikatha, or you're rendering a personal service, you're carrying your deceit, you're carrying your pride, all these things, anarthas, called anarthas. We're carrying them with us. But we just, when we're with the sadhus, then we enthusiastically hear, or enthusiastically serve, and then by the kripa, anugraha of the sadhu, then all these anomalies gradually dissolve. You may be deceitful in your dealings in business. Still, you're deceitful. You read Madhurya Kanamani. It talks about the increase in bhakti and the decrease in maya. It's like in 6 showers, 5 or 6 showers. So it's like 80%. We're 50% Krishna conscious and 50% in illusion. And then 60% Krishna conscious. It's like communicating vessels. As this one goes up, this one goes down. So as we just what I said, just keep associating with sadhus. And association, if the sadhu is favorable, sadhu sangha, then he gives bhajan, he gives diksha. So diksha mantras, and the acceptance by guru and guru parampara and the patriarchs, the acceptance by Nitai, Advaita, the acharyas, the patriarchs of the parivar, all that anugraha, all that blessing comes down and helps the sadhaka. So we see the most degraded jivas, with the kripa of the Vaishnavas, they become saints. That's why we say determination, utsanischirat. Just keep going. You're cleaning something. If you have some clothes and you're washing it, and you rinse it, and the water's still dirty, then you rinse it again and dirty, and then finally the water's clear and the clothes are clean. It's the same thing. Invisibly we're becoming purified in the association of devotees. Bhakti is increasing, and the material desires are decreasing, material qualities are decreasing. Automatically it's going on. So, in other words, we don't put energy into the negativity, we put energy into the positivity. So we don't think about our negative qualities, we remember the lotus feet of Guru. Guru Charan. Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda. Remember the lotus feet of Guru. Remember that we should always think, Krishna in my heart and Guru on my head. Guru's on my head, he's sitting on my head, his feet are on my head. When I come before Guru, I lie with my head at his feet. This is the system. Guru Shishya like this, like connection point, This is the outlet, then you don't put the wire like this. There's the hole there, the female male, and you put here direct. Here's the hole, then blood goes there, then light comes up. So with Guru, you do obeisance straight. You see paintings in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sanatana Goswami, Dante Trina. He had straw between his teeth, and he's collapsed. He's falling down straight. And Lord Chaitanya's like this, looking at him straight. When we go to Bhagavan, Vishnu Tattva, then it's like this, right? Bhagavan's darshan, and we put this side. If we go to Devi, then it's this side, right? Devi, Shakti, we go right side, Devi Mandir. These are the niyams. So this is how all happens in the association of the light of the Guru burns up all the anarthas in the heart. That's the main factor, the main reason we're taking diksha from a Guru. Because you get all the power of the Guru and all the power of the whole parampara and parivar comes through the Guru to shine on the heart of the disciple to remove all the anarthas. Because who's doing it? We say, oh, at the time of initiation, Guru takes all the prarabdha karma. That's true. But who's taking it? Guru's taking it. Gurus can digest all the karma because he's transparent, representative of Krishna. Sakshat Hari. Krishna is telling in Gita, you surrender unto me. How do we surrender to Krishna? We can't see Krishna, but we see Guru. So we surrender to Guru. That means surrendering to Krishna. Krishna says, surrender to Guru. Tavidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. He's saying pariprashnena sevya. He says, you lie at the feet of the Guru. Pranipatena. Dandavas. So Guru, we can't see Krishna. I surrender to Krishna. Where's Krishna? He's in the sky, he's in my heart, he's everywhere. Sarvagata. But the Guru comes. So Krishna says, Sarvadharman pratyaja mamekam sharanam vaja. Ham tvam sarvapapavyo. Aham tvam sarvapapavyo. I digest and take all your sins. Aham sarvapapavyo. Aham, I. So the I, the Chaitya Guru I becomes the Acharya Vapu. There's Chaitya Vapusha, Acharya Vapusha. In the 11th canto, Uddhava is telling, oh Krishna, you're so merciful. You come inside as, he says, Acharya Chaitya Vapusha. And Vapu, Dui form, Dorup. Antaryami Bitar, Paramatma, then external Guru. So internal Chaitya Guru sends Kripa as Guru. So now we surrender to Guru. So Guru, aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Sarva dharma pratyaja mamekam sharanam braja. Mamekam sharanam braja. Go, braja, take shelter of me. Me means Guru. Me means Guru. Mam means Guru. Guru means Mam. Mam means Krishna. Krishna means Guru. Guru means Krishna. So now you take shelter of Krishna. Aham sarva papebhyo. So Guru takes all your prarabdha karma, which means Krishna takes it. Otherwise, if the Guru has 5,000, 10,000, so many thousand disciples, he'd be burned up he'd be totally dissolved by the weight of all the sins of his disciples. It's even told in Chaitanya Bhagavat, to give you an example of the power and prabhav of the power and prabhav of the pap of Madai, Jagai Madai. Lord Chaitanya, he gave a tulsi leaf to Jagai Madai, or to Madai, and he said, because he threw the pot, Madai threw the pot, hit Lord Nityananda's head. So he said, you surrender. Oh no, I'm so sinful, I can't touch you, I can't surrender. No, I give you this tulsi leaf. And you offer this tulsi leaf. You take sankalpa. You take this tulsi leaf, you put this tulsi leaf in your hand, and you give it back to me. You take sankalpa. Your sankalpa should be, I, Jagai Madai, we will stop all our sinful activities, and from this day forward, we will serve the Vaishnavas, and serve Hari, and serve Guru. You take the sankalpa and give me the tulsi leaf. So he did, and he gave the tulsi leaf. And he said, at that moment, Lord Chaitanya turned black. Because of the pop. The tamagun, all that pop, all that pop and sin, it's all tamagun, it's black. Tamasi mam jyotirgama, it's all dark and black. So for a moment, the sarup, the golden sarup of Gaura became black, Krishna. Dissolved all the sins. So the Guru, he accepts all these things, and Krishna digests it all. Because he's ordered by, Krishna orders the person, you be Guru. And how's that order come? The order comes maybe apne from the Paramatma. Someone may have that prarna inspiration. They feel that inspiration, and they start giving diksha. There are many, many followers of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He didn't tell them directly, you become Guru, you give diksha. When he left, he didn't appoint any one acharya as a guru, like our ISKCON Srila Prabhupada. He didn't appoint, okay, you represent my mission. He didn't do that. Neither did Bhaktisiddhanta. Different sannyasis and different, maybe grihastas, I don't know. But sannyasis are famous, their stories and biographies. They stay with the mat, or they started their own mats, and by their bhakti prabhav, by their realization and mercy, they started teaching, and they became gurus, teachers. It's a matter of being self-realized. Brahmanishtam, the symptoms of a guru are there in 11th canto. Brahmanishtam. Slips my mind just now, but they're fixed in Brahman and Upashyamanam. Yeah, we're just talking about Manashiksha and the three things that are kind of like necessary to do bhajan. We have to cultivate the right desire, and then we have to work, endeavor, and then all the time depend on the mercy of Krishna. Things are really fast. So, this is good? Okay. It's not good for me. So that's basically it. But it's pretty easy. The answer would, if you thought about it, you could have answered yourself that is it endeavor, is it desire, is it mercy that's most important? It's mercy. Just like, for example, somehow you get mercy from God, He leads you to Guru. Then you go to Guru. Because that's what Guru gives you, Bhakti Lata Bija. Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Brahmanda Brahmatikon Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. The Jiva is wandering all over the universe, Brahmanda. Finally he meets Guru, and Guru gives Bhakti Bijam. Because we don't have Bhakti inside of us, it's not there. Otherwise then Guru is superfluous. So the Diksha means if we already have Bhakti, if I have money, I have 10 lakhs, then I don't need to go to you and ask for 500 rupees. Oh, can I have 5? You have 10 lakhs, why ask me for 500? So if I already have Bhakti in my heart, what do I need a Guru for? I just bring it out. I just get some books, I read some books, and I get some tape of Prabhupada chanting Gayatri Mantra, I listen to it, okay, now I'm Prabhupada's disciple, I heard the Gayatri Mantra, and I put a thread on, okay, I'm a Brahmin, and I study the books, and Bhakti will come out and I get prema. Never. You must hear the mantra in the right ear and offer dandavats at the feet at the time of Diksha. It's called Samarpan. It's in Bhakti Sandarbha. Otherwise you'll not get no Bhakti, you'll come. Bhakti comes from the heart. So Bhakti, what is Bhakti? Desire to serve Krishna. And you can't serve someone unless you love them. So love and desire to serve are synonymous. So Guru gives you desire to serve Krishna, and that's called the beginning of Bhakti. And that Bhakti eventually comes to Bhava and then to Prema. It's a bijam, and then it's a fal, a fool, and then a fal, and then it's rasam, you taste it. At the level of bhav, you taste rasa, bhakti ras, prema ras. So mercy is everywhere. So mercy, then you practice Vaidhi Bhakti. Then somehow, if you really have intense, so they're all. It's not like they're all interdependent. Let's not intertwined is a better word. They're all interconnected. I would say, twined, connected, same, interconnected. But without mercy, the other two don't happen. So once there's mercy, mercy's there and always in the background. Every moment, mercy's coming. Like air is always there. Otherwise, we're dead. As soon as we come out of the womb, the doctor slaps us. Because inside the womb, we're not breathing with our mouth. We're breathing with our belly. It's called umbilical cord. Umbilical cord is going to the mother. Air's coming. Baby's, he's in a sack. He's just, he's not going, Anulam, Vilom. The baby's not doing pranayam. So he's breathing through his belly. So there's umbilical cord. So when he comes out, then it's like he's got to start working, man. He's got to start. This heart's moving. Otherwise, he's dead. In the womb, his heart's moving, pumping blood, but his lungs are not moving. His mouth is closed. Follow. So that's why they slap him. Hey, guess what, man? You got to turn your lungs on. Boom. First thing he does is cry, like, oh, where the hell am I, We turn on the lights, man, it's so bright out, where's my shades, It's like, it's like bright in those hospitals, they have 10,000 watts of lights and poor babies. That's why he cries, hey, man, it's like, if you're in a movie theater and you come out and a cop shines a flashlight in your eyes, it's like, hey, give me a break, man. It's not a nice thing. So the mercy, so now you're doing Vaidhi Bhakti by the mercy of Guru. You're trying to serve Krishna and develop your attachment and love for Krishna. But then there's Vaidhi Bhakti, then Raganuga Bhakti. But Vaidhi Bhakti doesn't turn into Raganuga Bhakti. Just like the conditioned soul doesn't turn into a devotee. He has potential to serve, but he doesn't have any ability. It's like potential energy and kinetic energy. A seed, because he's part of Krishna, and his Sarup Lakshana, the characteristic of the Jiva, Jivara Sarupaya, that Sarup means Sarup Lakshana. The primary characteristic of a thing is the Sarup Lakshana. The Sarup Lakshana of Chini is sweetness. So many white powders. One white powder, you take it, you die. Cyanide. It's white powder. It's crystalline. It's white. But then if you just take a little bit on your tongue, you die. Cyanide. You don't know if it's sugar or cyanide. How fragile life is. Here, take some sugar. Put in your milk. Drink it. It can be sugar mixed with cyanide. Poisoning, killing people by poisoning is very common. And then the guy, it's very hard to figure who did it. You just got some poison somewhere. So this is so Raganuga Bhakti, you don't begin Raganuga Bhakti unless you get mercy. Without mercy, you don't get started. You get mercy from a Raganuga Bhakta. If your guru is in Rag Marg, then everything comes from the guru, from your Diksha Guru. He's not practicing Raganuga Bhakti, then maybe some Shiksha Guru. Somewhere you need Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means Kripa. Mercy comes from sadhus. Guru, Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, they're Kripa Shakti Murti, as I mentioned earlier. They are the forms of the mercy of God. God's mercy comes in the form of Guru. First, mercy enters into the heart as Paramatma, original Guru. When we're sincere enough and desirous enough on our own, I need God, I want God. And whether is that our own desire or God gives us that desire, it's another question. Then we go to, Krishna leads us to Guru. And then our life of devotion begins.